Really?
It's time for a trophy to be acknowledged.
Okay.
That you all have won this award.
Acknowledge me. Yeah.
Oh, yes. And with
Validate
that-
me.
Oh!
Welcome to the latest episode of Yahoo Footballing Weekly. With me, a very sunburnt, fresh from surfing in Australia, Neil Humphreys.
Why does he get to go surfing and and me, Yahoo editor Chia Keong, and we have back with us our good friend, long-time supporter, Daryl Spykerman, Spurs fan.
Hi guys, just so
Hello.
you know,
Yeah.
wrestling has more than one royal family. WrestleMania, bro!
WrestleMania weekend is biggest sporting event of the weekend.
I literally have no idea what they're talking about. I thought the New World Order was about Tottenham. I thought it was a new
Yeah,
World
that also.
Order.
This
But
is
wrestling.
old school
Yeah.
wrestling. But I tell you, if you, as a big wrestling fan, go and watch WrestleMania 40 Night 2. Anywhere, try to find it. Is one of the best WrestleManias you've ever seen.
And for those of you who are older than 15 years old, we will be talking about football
Yeah,
on this
football.
podcast.
Yes.
The global award-winning podcast. Lest I forget.
Yeah.
Because I'm still waiting. I've been saying this every week to the organisers. Where's the trophy? We have been waiting for a trophy. What else do we have to do, Keong, to get a trophy?
Okay, Neil, I can hear your pleas. I've heard it for the past few weeks.
Exactly. We've been
Okay.
doing for the last
That's right.
month or so.
I feel it's time, man. It's time.
Okay.
It's time for a trophy to be acknowledged.
Okay.
That you all have won this award.
Acknowledge me. Yeah.
Oh, yes. And with
Validate
that-
me.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Congrats, guys.
We finally
Presented to
got
both of
through.
us. There we go.
Yeah, all three of us, man. Wonderful.
Brilliant.
Man.
Look at
Wonderful.
that. There's the cover shot. There's the cover shot
There's the
right
cover.
there. Now, we have to say, Daryl is a true friend of the podcast because Daryl,
Went out of his way.
to provide this trophy,
Went
and
to
it says,
USA. Got the trophy from there.
the Sports Podcast Award 2024 Silver Award right there. Diverse Voices Award category. That's us.
That's us.
Yahoo Southeast Asia Footballing Weekly. We should do the whole yay. Pass down the line. Pass down the line. Brilliant stuff. Thanks, Daryl.
Thanks,
That's
Daryl.
really, really
You've been a
kind.
good friend of
And
ours,
thank
man.
all of you for voting, for
Enjoy
making
it,
it
guys.
possible. Is
Thank
that
you
okay,
to the
Director?
viewers.
There? Not okay there? I'll keep it here. All right? I will hold it here, then I'll pass it along during the show. But it's thanks to you wonderful guys, wonderful fans like Daryl, that we have this award. And most importantly, we have a sponsor.
Yes.
Our good friends, StarHub.
Back with us for another round of sponsorship. Thank you very much, StarHub. And I know, as all of you know, StarHub is the Premier League broadcaster for Singapore, and right now they're reaching the final stretch of the season. Obviously, they are going to organize a lot of great events just to hype us up for the final stretch. So look out for its Football for All Carnival on the final day of competition, 19th of May, Sunday, 19th of May. Go to Marina Bay Sands, go up to the 5th floor, the Sands Grand Ballroom. It's a huge ballroom. There, somehow, they're going to show all 10 of the matches all inside that
Brilliant.
ballroom.
We will be there.
We should be there. We will
I'm
be
bringing
there.
the trophy.
Bringing the trophy
I'm
along.
bringing the trophy.
Yeah,
to
we'll
the
bring our
ballroom.
trophy along.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, so bring your friends, bring all your fans, like-minded fans along.
Yeah.
Any kind of fans.
So you can bring
fans.
all your friends.
All your friends,
Because you
all
got
the
all
matches
10
will be there.
games.
Yeah. So go there, have some fun. They have fun-filled activities. They should have some F&B things for you all to enjoy. Go there and have some fun. We will be there sharing the fun with you. And at the end, you can watch all 10 matches at one go.
Brilliant. All you have to do is visit starhub.com Football for All Carnival. The link
Exactly.
is right there. But because we are a global award-winning podcast, we don't just talk about one potential freebie for you. We've got another one, haven't we?
Now it's another one. So as some of you might know, StarHub Football Festival is coming up next week, 20th, 21st of April at our Templates Hub. So on the 21st of April, that's a Sunday evening, the Singapore legends, people like Durek, Indra Shadan, Nazrin Nasir, Daniel Bennett,
Baihaki.
Kaizan, they'll be faced up with some Premier League legends who have come all the way from England to come and do this festival. People like Teddy Sheringham,
West Ham.
West Ham, Dwight York,
Not West Ham.
David James,
West Ham.
Oh, West Ham.
John Anarisa,
Oh, he's your guy.
Glenn Johnson,
West Ham.
Vladimir Spitzer.
Wait, what is this? A West Ham Legends game? Enough.
I didn't pick
Oh
the
my
players.
Yeah, they don't pick the players, but they'll be down here.
yeah.
Yep. So they'll be playing an exhibition match. If you like to watch them in action, why don't go down and enjoy a night, an evening of family fun, and let you all enjoy it. Yahoo and StarHub are giving out 5 pairs of tickets, provided you all can answer this question. Just go answer this question. Which English Premier League football legend are you looking forward most to seeing at the StarHub Football Festival, and why? Send your answers to this form, this Google form that we set up for you all, and you might just be able to win a pair of tickets for the first festival.
For example, if it was me, I would like to ask Glenn Johnson, say, how did you play in one of the best West Ham sides ever and still get relegated? That would be Just kidding. What would be your question?
John Anarisa, how you have such a powerful left leg and you don't score that much?
And from you?
Teddy Sheringham.
Yeah, what would be the question?
Why did he leave Spurs for Man United? Silly boy.
This is the kind of caliber of question you have to beat.
Yeah,
all right?
yeah.
So you know what to do. Send all your questions to the link.
Closing date is this Friday evening, so put it in quickly.
I love it when he does
Do it
competitions.
now. Yeah.
He always goes in uncle mode.
It's like your dad remind me.
Yeah,
Go.
Okay. Right. Speaking of uncles and old men,
God.
Manchester United against Liverpool. Was it 2-2? I forgot already.
2-2.
2-2. It was 2-2. It was not quite a blockbuster. It was a blockbuster of errors. It was a bit of a comedy of errors. What did you make of it?
How?
Get the Liverpool fan first.
62% possession.
Correct.
28 shots to Manchester United's 9 shots.
Yep.
7 big chances to Manchester United's 1. How did they get 2 goals from 1 big chance? I don't know. But that's the statistics put out. And we still couldn't beat this damn team.
I agree.
I mean, much of it is our own doing. I think it's our own forward line. I think Salah, Nunez and Diaz have been really wasteful for that match. I think.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. And I think we could feel it. I think you could see Klopp really agitated during the first half when we just kept wasting chance after chance, and those long time fans like me, we got PTSD already. We knew that at Old Trafford, if you just keep missing like this, you're gonna pay for it. Sure enough, second half they go down to 2 goals, and then we here we go. Yeah, so I mean it's totally our own. I think it's the strikers' profligacy. And we really need Diogo Jota back because I think he's the one clinical striker that we have.
That I agree with. I mean, I wrote the piece on Yahoo, which you can read the link there. Liverpool need more calm and less chaos.
Yeah.
As I said in the piece, right now you need Robert De Niro and Al Pacino.
I'll settle for Michael Owen.
Sitting in Heat. You see the diner scene in Heat, the classic scene.
Yeah.
They're calm, they're assured and experienced. What you got was Dumb and Dumber. Yeah. You got Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels running around like headless chickens. That was Nunez. That was Jota in particular. Nunez is not so much a headless chicken. He is the demented farmer who is chopping the heads off all the chickens in the farmyard, running around like a lunatic. Nunez, I love you. You're fun. You're a crowd favourite. But you need to calm down a bit.
Yeah, like Taylor Swift said, you need to calm down. You need to calm down.
Less chaos, more control. Right? That's what Liverpool need. A little bit less chaos, more control.
We'll settle for like somebody like Harry Kane or Fernando Torres.
What do you think?
I think, it's not that Liverpool were chaotic, but maybe it was Man United actually who brought the chaos. So it's a bit of a flip side now. Like when United were doing well under Fergie in all those years, and then Liverpool will be like 7-9 in the table, but they would come to Old Trafford and they would play well.
They will.
But they didn't really have a style. And over the weekend, when you look at the game, Liverpool had the style, they had the tactics, they had the plan all laid out. It was supposed to be calm and composed. But look at Man United. Chaos, counter-attacking. They will make mistakes, but they will also have chances. Garnacho, Højlund, Kobe Mainu causing all the chaos. And Liverpool kind of were overwhelmed a bit by it in certain parts of the game.
Yep.
And that's when, I mean, you look at the Bruno chance. You know, there's no strategy or there's no teamwork behind it. Just Bruno saw it. He took his chance and he took it well. And
But you
then
could say the same about Liverpool's
scored. But
equaliser.
Liverpool, like the build-up was all there. And even the penalty United gave away. I mean, Liverpool were building up nicely, but poor tackle by Wan-Bissaka, and then it's a penalty. Correct decision all around. But yeah, to see Liverpool take like 28 shots, okay, but 7 on target, and then United like 9 shots, maybe only 5 on target, and still 2-2. It's like, you know, well played to United, but Liverpool should have been more composed or not get dragged down by United.
Liverpool took the first 17 shots of the match. That it was 17-0 in terms of shots. It should not have been close. Man U should have been blown out of the water.
But shots in the first half.
But that's football.
It is, but in 3 or 4 key games now, against Manchester City and against Arsenal and against now Manchester United, they've missed too many chances, Liverpool. They've had enough chances to win all of those games. I like Nunes. He's a crowd favourite. I really do. But he's not as clinical as they need to be at that end of the table.
Yeah.
That said, I've got to bring this up to you. I love Liverpool fans. You know I love Liverpool fans, but you've got to keep the perspective, Liverpool. You're losing the plot again. 1 draw and it's all over. At the start of the season, when they came to Singapore, when they'd lost half of their midfield and you had new players,
lost the entire midfield.
if you'd have said then, in the pre-season tour of Singapore, that after Easter, you would be top of the table on goal difference, you would have ripped my hand off to take it. Don't lose perspective.
They're like, I bite your hand off, I'll sell my HDB flat, everything.
Everything. And yet already they're losing the plot.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, watching them like moan, like, how could we lose to? How could we not beat Man U? And after being dominating for the first half, and I'm thinking we're still like level or goal difference, level at the top. You know, it's like. Just relax. 7 more games. Arsenal have a really tough stretch coming out.
Yep.
Manchester City are like, should we care about the Champions League? Should we not care about the Premier League more? You know, they got a lot of distractions. There's every chance of the title race taking another twist.
Correct.
Which is why it's very smart that Jurgen Klopp immediately played mind games, starting to play mind games. He said, "Well, if Man United plays like that, Arsenal 100% will beat them when they meet the next time." Oh, that's brilliant.
I love it.
I love it if they beat them. Man.
Proper Kevin Keegan. That's what we want. A bit of shithousery in the last 7 games.
The moment I hear that, like, wow,
Mind games
that's the best
activated.
mind games.
Brilliant. And now, in the interest of balance, Manchester United fans also need to keep a little bit of perspective. I'm all for tribalism, but if the height of your season, if the apex of your season is denying Liverpool a couple of victories, A, you need to get out more, and B, you need to set your sights a little bit higher because Man U, and this is the lowest backhanded compliment I can give, are starting to remind me of West Ham. Because when West Ham were at their worst, it was, as long as we beat Tottenham, it doesn't matter. We can get relegated, but as long as we beat Tottenham, it doesn't matter.
That's right. That's where United are now.
Exactly. That's the ambition of a mediocre club. You're setting the targets of a mediocre
Do you know
club.
that, like, 20 minutes after the match finished, I got messages from Man United fans saying, "Well, we got the worst team ever in the past few seasons, and they still couldn't beat us." I'm like, are you serious?
That is the tiniest straw to clutch. The tiniest straw to clutch.
They just needed something to start the new week.
But Man U fans, Liverpool fans, what do you think about your respective teams? Send your comments to
Yahoo Southeast Asia on YouTube, Yahoo SG, Yahoo_MY on X. They've been reminding me to say that. And Yahoo SEA on TikTok.
I guarantee next week he will say Twitter.
I will say it again. I will say it. It's such a
We all know.
dumb brand name.
Screw you, Elon Musk.
Screw you.
We'll say what we want to say. Right, let's move on. What do we got next?
We'll never get sponsorship from Tesla anymore.
Because they've been queuing up. They've been queuing up to sponsor our podcast, Tesla.
After they see the trophy, definitely.
Award winners. Right, Arsenal and Manchester City. Speaking of award winners. Quick chat on both of them. What did we think?
Straightforward wins for them. That's why they managed to keep pace, and that's why they have the advantage. I'm beginning to think that we've been underrating Arsenal all season.
Good. I said that.
Yeah.
I said that. Keep it going.
Because all along we said Arsenal last season they showed that they weren't deep enough, and the start of the season they've been not playing exactly well.
Yeah.
They're trying to integrate Declan Rice and Kai Havertz, and we keep on asking what is Kai Havertz? Why is Kai Havertz? But now I think proper Kai Havertz, you can say, is a proper now number 9.
Correct.
Nice number 9. And Declan Rice is running the show in midfield. And I think after the turn of the year, they've been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I tell
Couldn't
you.
agree more.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally, as do you and this podcast, we owe Kai Havertz an apology because we've made fun of that guy all season long. Odegaard loves him. All the teammates love him. He's got 5 goals and 4 assists in his past 7 Premier League
That
games.
is championship. Yeah.
Brilliant stuff.
But
and credit to Arteta. He saw something that Chelsea didn't see, that we didn't see, that the naked eye didn't see, and it's working well.
Do you know what it was?
Go on.
It was Salt Bay.
Oh,
Yeah, because you remember when Arteta, he was doing that extended break in December, and then Arteta went to have some steak with Salt Bay.
The salt must be the salt.
Since he's
inside,
returned, Arsenal have been on fire. 5-0, 6-0. They've been winning all the games.
Just add a bit of salt
Yeah,
in it.
I'm worried. They need to collapse. It needs to happen now.
Only
here's the Spurs
Too
fan.
only a
close.
Spurs supporter would talk like
Yeah,
this.
come on, guys. It's like I have Liverpool, I have Man City to win. Why would I want Arsenal to win? No chance left.
All right, well, speaking of Tottenham, let's move over to his mob now. A little bit squeaky bum in the first half. Tottenham against Forest after a dodgy draw against West Ham. They came good in the end. What did you think? Top 4 now. Is it going to happen?
Yeah, back in fourth. I think it was a entertaining first half. Forest actually could have led 2-1. I think
it was tough.
Chris Wood scored, and then he should have scored again. Actually, he missed it, but then second half, Spurs came back. Mickey van der Ven, great goal for Spurs second,
Yes.
and then Pedro Porro finished off to win 3-1.
First goal for Spurs, right?
Yeah, first goal for Spurs. But I think I'm worried lah. The next few games for Spurs will be difficult
that's
because
why I feel.
we're away at Newcastle, and then we at home to Arsenal, and then away to Chelsea, and then we still got Liverpool and Man City in there.
Yeah.
So after we get like those 4 or 5 wins, and then we'll lose to Burnley and Sheffield United lah.
Oh, those typical Spurs.
Yeah, so I think it'll be difficult. Like now Spurs are in 4th, easily can drop back into 5th. So either 4th or 5th. Will 5th get a Champions League spot depending on the coefficient? So that's a bit tough.
Don't rely on that.
But overall, as the squad, it's coming together good. And because we only play like once a week, there's no other cup games or European games, we can rotate the squad. Like we can start Bissouma and like Pepsa, and then we can bring them off and then bring on the options like Bentancur and like Højbjerg and all this.
One thing I noticed about Spurs in the recent years, so whenever y'all got a new coach, your first season is like brilliant.
Yeah.
Under Mourinho, under Antonio Conte. Wow, you managed to make it to Europe. But every time you make it to Europe, then the depth of the squad found out, then you struggle. Do you think that under Ange Postecoglou, if you don't strengthen well next season, because Daniel Levy, famously stingy, do you think that if you get into Champions League, do you think it will be a struggle?
I think Postecoglou has said that whether or not we get like the Champions League is not the main thing. Like the main thing is the squad adopts his policy of like attacking football, keeping the intensity up. Obviously, to do that, even with just league games, you need a lot of players to be fit, and you can see a lot of teams have injuries throughout the season. So that will be difficult. And of course, if you just have the current squad and next season you want to play Champions League, it will be difficult. It will be similar to how Newcastle struggled. They just had injuries, and then it's too much when you have a Champions League season. So I think for Spurs, if in that scenario, it will be the same as Newcastle. We definitely need to strengthen. we'll see what happens in summer window.
But I love Ange because I love his attitude.
Everybody, yeah.
No, but Ange Postecoglou said, didn't he, this weekend, I don't bloody care about the Champions League at the moment. I don't care about top four. I just care about my squad and where they're progressing.
Yep.
I met him when I went to the training ground a couple of weeks ago. He's a lovely, lovely, humble guy. We know that. But he's experienced. People forget because they patronise him because he's Australian. Yeah. He's been an elite level coach for 30 years. Yeah. He doesn't get fazed easily. And I thought his coaching decisions, his tactical substitutions were so bold against Forest. They were shocking in the first half. They were tied against West Ham. They were tied against Luton when I saw them at the Tottenham Stadium. So what does he do? He brings off the two key midfielders at half-time. Big decision to make. He takes off Basuma and Sarr, throws on Højbjerg and, what was it on? Bentancur, and then transforms the game. Yeah. That's the difference. I think he's so pragmatic, so level-headed. If you don't finish in the top four, my friend, you never will. All right? Not with that manager. He's a good manager.
We'll see.
But as always, let us know what you think. Speaking of good managers, there's a manager who is poised to potentially do something that no elite manager has ever done in the history of football. I forgot his name. No, it's Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso could potentially be the only manager to go an entire season undefeated in all competitions. But
long way to go.
But Mr. Xabi Alonso, there is one thing stopping you making history. Do you know who that is?
Liverpool.
West Ham.
No, Liverpool.
If you want one of these, you've got to beat these. You've got to beat West Ham in the Europa League.
Please.
Friday morning, Singapore time.
West Ham.
The Giants are waiting. West Ham are massive. Everybody knows West Ham are massive. They will stop you making history. They won't. Of course they won't.
So they are in three competitions. One is the German Bundesliga, where they are one win away from winning the Bundesliga.
Correct.
And they are unbeaten in that league. So
16 points ahead.
16 points ahead.
Only.
So Harry Kane, sorry about that again. So that's one. They're still in the German Cup
final. And
obviously they're in the Europa League. Where they're gonna face West Ham. So Xabi Alonso, I mean, this season, without a shadow of a doubt, I personally think it's the European manager of the year, manager of the season.
I agree, 100%.
It's just
too early, guys.
No, if they walk that league against Bayern Munich, Bayern Munich won the last 11 titles. Yeah. Do you know the last manager to break it? Klopp.
Jurgen Klopp, yes.
It was Klopp. Borussia Dortmund. So this is the kind of caliber you're up against. So I agree with you. Yeah. If he pulls off the league title and gets to the final, which I think he should, in the Europa League, he's got to be up there. Yeah. He's got to be up there.
You know who he reminds me of? I mean, they are polar opposites in terms of tactics. But the young Mourinho, he reminds me when he first came. When he first came to prominence, he was like Porto were unbeaten in the Portuguese league, and then he suddenly wins the UEFA. Then was the UEFA Cup. Then he won the Champions League, and then he got the big gig at Chelsea. Yeah, I think it's along the same trajectory. And Xabi Alonso also born in the like Mourinho. He was like born in a family of footballers, and then he hustled himself into a Barcelona job. Xabi Alonso also born in, it's like a family. He was in a football family. Obviously, he was a much better player than Mourinho, and it's like they are all cerebral and tactical players who just became great managers. It's like their destiny to become great managers.
Yeah, it reminded me of that crop that came through in the early 2000s. There was Mourinho, Simeone, and Deschamps, who was just coming through and they're still going. Yeah. I mean, Mourinho's out of jobs at the moment, but he'll have one. Yeah. No, I think that's a really good shout. And just one final point, you reminded me, seeing as I have the trophy here, I'd just like to say one thing. Harry Kane, this is called a trophy.
Oh my gosh.
And you're probably not going to win one this season. But to come on this podcast,
beat Arsenal. Just Bayern Munich, just beat Arsenal. You might have a chance.
Got the Champions League. They've still got the Champions League.
Still got the Champions
Harry,
League.
And if you win it, you're welcome on the podcast. All right. But it's not going to happen because West Ham are waiting. Right, let's get into the predictions this weekend. We've got some good games. Newcastle and Tottenham, which we will be watching live at the Capital Building.
Singapore. You want to come down and watch with us? Come down. You will
Very
come
important game. Very important game
Yeah.
for both
Newcastle
clubs.
versus
I'll
Spurs.
be there.
Yeah,
It's
so
at 6 p.m. I'll be there about 6:30.
All right,
Kickoff
man.
is at 7 p.m.
a true friend of this podcast.
I expect
true friend of
maybe Newcastle will score 1, but Spurs will score 3.
Wow.
Again, so another 3-1 win for
3-1.
Spurs.
Wow, I think it's gonna be tighter than that because but I think Spurs will win it 2-0.
Oh,
Really? Who's at home? Let me see. Newcastle's
Newcastle's
home.
at home.
But Newcastle this year, I mean, it's quite unfortunate with a lot of injuries. But
I just feel that in the last 3 games, Tottenham have looked a bit tired, a bit jaded. But Newcastle even more so. So and
Everyone's tired now.
No, the difference is Tottenham have a slightly better squad, and no disrespect to
Maybe.
Eddie Howe, but I've been very impressed again with Postecoglou's in-game changes, his in-game substitutions. Such an asset you've got there, by the way.
underrated.
I'm going to go with my man Ange, 2-1 to Tottenham. Right, who we got next? What
Well,
else?
we got I
Arsenal
think
Villa.
probably Arsenal Aston Villa with a big match. First place against fifth place.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a tough one. But although Arsenal are at home, but I still expect Aston Villa to give a big
Good
fight,
fight, yeah.
good fight with them. I think I'm hoping for 1-1, but I think
No, I
Arsenal will take it 2-1 or
I
1-0.
think they will. I think
Yeah.
Villa's dipping a bit. I think they've overreached, overachieved. No shame in that.
No,
I think they'll
no,
comfortably qualify for the Europa League. Be a great season for them. But I've just got to apologise again. Mea culpa. Kai Havertz, I'm so sorry. You're going to score the winner. Okay? I'm making amends. I'm making amends. Narrow game, 1-0. Kai Havertz.
All right,
What do you
Liverpool versus Palace.
think? Hang on, you didn't get his prediction.
yeah. Arsenal at home, right?
Please, Arsenal at home.
But Ollie Watkins is back for Villa. Come on, 2-2. 2-2.
Objective as ever. We shouldn't have bothered. We shouldn't have
Shouldn't bother.
bothered. All right, go on in your mob.
Liverpool versus Palace.
Yeah.
I think it's at
I
Anfield.
know. Yeah.
I hope they pull up their socks and really
Yeah.
take their chances and score a lot. I'm looking for 3-0.
Same. In fact, I'll even save time. Arsenal, Liverpool against Palace, Man City against Luton, 3 home wins.
Yeah.
Easy.
All
Man
3-0.
City, Luton,
Man City 4, Luton 0.
Liverpool, Palace.
Liverpool 5, Palace 0.
Yeah, easy for me. 3 easy home wins.
Darwin Núñez with the hat-trick.
Darwin Núñez is a headless chicken.
No.
Guy.
Masquerading as
We'll
a headless
see, we'll
chicken.
see, we'll
All right,
see.
let us know what you think. Send all of your predictions, comments to
Yahoo Southeast Asia on YouTube, Yahoo SG, Yahoo_MY on X, and Yahoo SEA on TikTok.
And as always, let's give a final shout out to our sponsors, StarHub, and what they've got coming up.
Yep, StarHub Football Festival next week. In fact, this weekend, Saturday, go for the live screening at Capital Singapore. StarHub Football Festival next week. And at the last day of the season, 19th of May, there's StarHub Football for All Carnival at Marina Bay Sands. Go.
Brilliant. Thanks as always, Daryl, for coming on.
guys.
Daryl will be
It's a
with
new
us.
order.
It's a new world order. That's right. West Ham are going to win the Europa League trophy. That's right. New world order. Speaking of new world orders, the Singapore Youth League is making news in all sorts of ways. We've got lots to talk about on that in part 2. So see you then. Take care. See you soon.
See you. Oh, and Selamat Hari Raya.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.